यदा ते मोह कलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यति तरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च. This is a very, very beautiful knowledge given by Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is telling to Arjuna, Yada, that moment, te buddhihi moha kalilam vyati tarishyati. The moment your intellect gets completely detached, moha kalilam tarishyati means to renounce. The moment your intellect, that means you renounce the moha, you renounce your attachment, then what will happen? Tada shrotavyasya. This shrotavyasya is a very, very important word. Shrotavyasya means sunne ki yogya. That means the knowledge which is supposed to be listened. There are two things. One is the knowledge which is supposed to be listened. The other one is so-called knowledge which we are listening, which is actually ignorance. For example, we are listening to people who are not tapasvis. For example, to be very frank and bitter truth is, you are listening this audio from me. I am not a tapasvi. So this is not sunaneke yogya. Sunaneke yogya knowledge, shrotavyasya knowledge is the knowledge is supposed to be listened from a tapasvi yogi rishi. Today we are listening people like me. Today we are listening to people like Jaggi Vasdev, people like Sri Ravi Shankar, people like so-called Shankaracharyas. So many knowledge, people like Zakir Naik. So many different people are telling their own knowledge. This is not a shrotavyasya. Sri Krishna says, sununeka yogya. You must listen to that knowledge which is actually eligible to be listened. What is that knowledge? The knowledge emanating from a complete tapasvi, yogi, rishi, muni. So that means he says, Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, number one is, we don't listen to those people who are tapasvis. Number two is, even if we listen to tapasvis, you are in attachment, so you are not able to understand what the tapasvi says. So Sri Krishna says, shrotavyasya cha shrutasya. So far, whatever I have taught you, Arjuna, you will be able to shrutasya, you will be able to understand the secrets of those listening only when you renounce your moha. The moment you renounce your moha, you will be able to understand what I am telling you. I am telling you that you are Jivatma. I am telling you that Paramatma creates the universe. I am telling you that Paramatma emanates the knowledge of Vedas. I am telling you that this is a yogi, this is a rishi, this is the world, this is Rajaguna, this is Tamaguna, this is Sataguna. All this knowledge I am telling you, this is what you must eat, this is what you must not eat, this is the dharma, this is the adharma. All this knowledge you will not understand because you are in attachment. And the result is, the moment you renounce or the moment you become detached, what will happen? Nirvedam gantasi. You will become vairagyavan. You will understand what you are listening. You will understand what to be listened. And also by listening that knowledge that is supposed to be listened, you will become vairagyavan. Never, you will not get this knowledge from any other book. Any book in the market, whether it is ISKCON Gita or Swami Mukundananda Gita or Sarvapriyananda Gita or any other Gita in the market, Ramakrishna Mission's Gita or Chinmayananda Gita, you will not be able to understand this knowledge because it is the knowledge given by Sri Krishna is based on Vedas. So you must have a decoding book which is based on the Vedas. That is the book which is written by my Acharya. That's why I always say the only book which will give you enlightenment of Gita is my Acharya's book. So my Acharya has written beautifully, Moha Sakala Vyadinah Karamula. This is not my Acharya's words, this is Tulsidas' words. Tulsidas was not a yogi rishi, but still Tulsidas has written some statements in Tulsi Ramayan which matches with Vedas. Here it matches with the Gita shloka. Moha Sakala Vyadinah Karamula. All the root of all the diseases, the root of all the problems, the root of all the mental problems in your life. You are sad, you are depressed, you have anxiety, you have so many worries and tensions and everything. The reason is moha, attachment. What is attachment? We are attached to our property, we are attached to our family, we are attached to our children, we are attached to everything possible. So Tulsidas says the reason for your dukh is your attachment. Acharya has written that the reason for Mahabharata is not Sri Krishna. The reason for Mahabharata war was not Arjuna or the Yudhishthir. The reason for Mahabharata was Dhritarashtra. Because of his attachment towards his son, the Mahabharata war happened. If he had not been attached to Duryodhana, the war would have not happened. The reason for this is moha. The only reason Mahabharata happened is the moha of Dhritarashtra towards Duryodhana. And Sri Krishna tried his best to avoid the war. Sri Krishna went to Duryodhana to give him the knowledge. Many people have this question in mind, or probably may think also in future, that why not Sri Krishna went to Duryodhana instead of giving the knowledge to Arjuna in the war field. Well, he could have gone to Duryodhana and given the knowledge, the war would have got avoided. Instead of giving this knowledge to Arjuna to fight the war, he could have given it to Duryodhana. And if Duryodhana got the knowledge, the war would have got avoided. Sri Krishna tried his best. In Mahabharata, if you read, Sri Krishna tried his best to give the knowledge. And Duryodhana replied to Sri Krishna, say, Krishna Maharaj, I know what you are telling. It's not that I don't know whatever you are telling. I know what is knowledge. I know what I am doing is also wrong. I know what is right also. But still, something inside me is not allowing me to listen to you. So, please go away. So, Sri Krishna tries his best to give the knowledge to Duryodhana first before Arjuna. That's the, greatest yogesh. That's why we can call Sri Krishna as great yogi. So, here Sri Krishna says, Shrotavyasya Shrutasya. In today's context, we do not have Shrotavyasya. We do not listen to that knowledge which is supposed to be listened. We, last 1.5-2 months, I am researching on Gautam Buddha. Like, he was a great tapasvi. How he missed the basics. So when I go into the Buddhism, when I search Buddhism in YouTube, I am getting so many videos of Western scholars. So many videos on Western scholars on Buddhism. But the fundamental is missed by them. What is the fundamental? The fundamental is the knowledge of the Vedas. That's why, when we research deeply into every religion, you will get many good things in those religions. And all those good things in every religion is matching with the Vedas. But the fundamental is missed out. If the fundamental is there in the religion would not exist. Because it will become Vedic Dharma. So today we are listening to those people, listening to the knowledge from those people who are not tapasvis. So here Sri Krishna says, don't listen to knowledge of the Vedas, or don't listen to any other knowledge which is against Vedas. And also don't listen even Vedas from non-tapasvis. I have to say sorry to you, I am not a tapasvi. You are unfortunate that you are listening this from me. But this is the same statement I told to my Acharya 4 years back before I started this channel. Unfortunately today the knowledge of Vedas is not in the market. So can I just make a YouTube channel to spread this knowledge? Of course this is not Vedas knowledge. This is a bookish knowledge which I have gained from you. I have gained from various textbooks of yours and Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati, etc. So my Acharya said, okay, fine. Because there is no other way in today's situation. At least you can try to inspire people that this is what is the knowledge in the Vedas and Gita, etc. So Shrotavyasya is a very important point. Don't listen knowledge from anybody else other than a complete tapasvi, rishi, samadhisti yogi. Then what will happen when you listen the knowledge from even I am listening knowledge from my Acharya for the last 20 years. Still I am not a vairagyavan. Why? Very simple reason. The conditions in this shloka is not met. The condition in this shloka is moha kalilam tarishyati. Attachment has to be totally renounced. We have to be detached. Then only vairagya will be born. So every day, every one of us must try very hard to get out of attachment. Every attachment towards our ideas. Attachment, I made a video 2 months back. Attachment towards my own channel I have. Attachment towards my videos I have. Like somebody is giving copyright strike, I'm getting sadness because I'm attached to my video, I'm attached to my channel. So leave all the attachment. How do I leave attachment? By daily tapasya, by daily name jap, by focusing my energy on Almighty God and Acharya. Slowly the worldly attachment will be over. And the moment the worldly attachment gets over, the knowledge given by Acharya we will be able to understand that knowledge. The moment we will be able to understand the knowledge, we will implement the knowledge in life and will become a vairagyavan. My Acharya has written Yoga Darshanam. If you know Hindi, please read that book. That book will change your life. The first and foremost book which I will advise to all the people to read is that book, Yoga Darshanam. He has opened up the deepest secrets of this universe in that book. If you read Yoga Darshanam, the second pada, my Acharya has written a word from, explained the word Pratipaksha Bhavanam. Whenever you get any bhavana which is against the Vedas, for example, you get a bhavana to indulge in sensuality, to indulge in anger, to indulge in any other thing which is against the dharma, Patanjali Muni says you must execute Pratipaksha Bhavanam. The moment you have a desire to do something which is anti-Vedic, you must immediately have Pratipaksha Bhavanam. Immediately you must forcefully go against that bhavana. By remembering, my Acharya has given a beautiful example. The dog, if you carefully watch dog, they normally vomit. They vomit and then after some time they will eat their own vomit. So here my Acharya has written that our life, actually we are living life like that. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, again and again birth and death. Just like dog is vomiting and then eating its own vomit. I am not able to understand from my life and death. So many times I have born, I have got death. I am not able to understand how do I come out of this cycle. I am again and again eating the same thing and I am dying. I am again reborn, I am again dying. So understand this birth and death cycle is dukkha, then immediately execute Pratipaksha Bhavanam. The moment a deed, a desire arises inside your heart to do an anti-Vedic deed, immediately opposite understanding that you are in dukkha. If you have to come out of dukkha, you must forcefully execute against this anti-Vedic desire which is coming inside your mind. Then what happens? My Acharya has written, then also you will not be able to win over that sensuality or anger or ego, etc. Then Almighty God will start helping you. The moment Almighty God understands that you are a true tapasvi, you are trying very, very forcefully to overcome anti-Vedic deeds, Almighty God will stand behind you to help you to overcome that. Sadhana, tapasya will not overcome this. Sadhana and tapasya will secure that Almighty God stands by you. And when Almighty God is standing behind us, nothing will be able to overpower us. This is the secret of sadhana and tapasya. And yesterday there was a question that why Jivatma gets attracted towards Prakriti. Acharya has quoted a beautiful Veda mantra, Rig Veda 1 by 58 by 5. In that mantra, Almighty God himself says that the Jivatma, you are not the body. Almighty God says you are not the body, you are the Jivatma. And the Jivatma has the qualities of Icha, Dvesh, Prayatna, Sukha, Dukkha, Gyan, etc. etc. These are the qualities of Jivatma. And because of these qualities, the Jivatma gets attracted towards Prakriti. And everything in this world is made from Prakriti. That's why Jivatma forgets his form. The moment we open the eyes as a child, we see our parents, they are playing with us, they are trying to make us happy, they are trying to make us smile, they are giving us food. Whenever we are hungry, they are giving us food. They are not even willing to make us give us a suffering of a hunger. They are taking care of us so much. We do not know what is hunger, we do not know what is suffering in the childhood. So then in the childhood itself, when we are small kid itself, we are getting attracted towards various kind of the playthings, many other attractions. So the Jivatma forgets its own form and thereby it gets associated with Indriya. The moment it gets associated with Indriya, it is always outwardly looking. So when the Acharya comes at the age of 6 years and say in Upanayana that you are Jivatma, the child will think, what? I don't know what is Jivatma. So that's why we must go to Gurukul in the age of 6 years to learn Vedas. It's a kartavya, duty of the parents to send the child to Gurukul. So when we go to Gurukul, then we will listen to Acharya. Oh, last 6 years, when a child goes, he gets a different atmosphere in Gurukul. He learns about, he learns about some knowledge which is against last 6 years. Then at that point of time, the child starts thinking, oh, he is Acharya, he is speaking something else. My parents was doing all this 5 years, something else. This kind of, Manan Chintan will happen inside the child's. And then slowly child will start understanding, oh, okay, this is the truth. I have been so far associated with the outside world, but my Acharya is trying to show me something else which is inside world. So let me try to turn inside, and that is where the sukh is. So when you go to Gurukul and listen the knowledge from that tapasvi who has realized Almighty God, then only you will attain vairagya. The aim of every Gurukul in our Prachin Bharat is to make us vairagyavan. My Acharya used to tell that even after 24 years or 30 years, when the boy and girl gets married, both of them are vairagyavan. They get married just to fulfill their obligations. They even get into grihastha to produce their child, but both of them will be vairagyavan in producing the child also. And when the child take birth also, they will be vairagyavan. The child also, in the first 5 years also, they will try to give the vairagyavan knowledge to the child. This is our Prachin Bharat. And my Acharya has written another word from Vedas, Parishwang. Jivatma has one more quality called as Parishwang. That means it gets attached with anything it comes into contact with. It gets attached to the sensual pleasures, or it gets attached to the pleasure of Vidya. It gets attached to Avidya or Vidya, based on whatever is coming into contact with it. So if you want to attain vairagya, try to reduce your number of contact with the sensual pleasures, with the sensory world. Limit it to such an extent that only, you need, for example, food. You need food just to survive your body. Don't get attached into taste. This taste, that taste, I want to eat different varieties. Similarly, everything, try to control it down. And then try to renounce the moha. Don't renounce the world. You have to renounce only the attachment. The moment you renounce the attachment with the pratipaksha bhavana, what I told you about the dog eating its own vomit, this kind of knowledge we must try to again and again listen. Like, I made one video about vairagya. Like, I want to listen that knowledge every day. I am trying to listen. I slowly try to understand, okay, this is the reality. This is not the reality. So we must go towards the reality of Almighty God. Then slowly what will happen, you will be able to understand whatever you are listening from a yogi. But if you do not have a yogi in your life, unfortunately, we will never become a vairagyavan. We can think that I am a vairagyavan, but you will never get vairagya. Vairagya, the lakshana is very different. We must have a yogi in our life. We must have a tapasvi in our life. Without a tapasvi in our life, without a yogi, if we listen knowledge of Vedas from YouTube, from Google, from people like me, no use in life. Some people used to question me, sir, I am playing the video of our Acharya Swami Ram Swarupji in YouTube and then I am doing Havan. Is it called as Yagya? No, it is not Yagya. Yagya means you must have physical presence with Acharya to do service to him. Without service to Acharya, how will you do Yagya? This is very, very important. Yagya is not done in YouTube. Yeah, it's good that you can try to learn the knowledge in YouTube, but then you must have contact physically with Acharya. Our Prachin Bharat, the tradition is in Gurukul, not in online. That we must understand. So, moha kalilam tarishyati, renouncing the attachment only will result in vairagya. Renouncing the attachment only will result in understanding the knowledge what we are supposed to listen from the Acharya. Otherwise, there is no other option. So, these are some of the knowledge which my Acharya has written. I try to summarize. There are more knowledge my Acharya has given in this shloka. This is Gita 2/52. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.